alive. Yeah, give it the old Yeah, I've seen XCOM Live on YouTube.
Are the mics down, is it?
That's interesting. That's fine. We've got 7 people in the chat if you want to talk to them. Oh, what's 7? That's fine. That's 2. Jokes. Yeah, it's got to be a bit more on time. That's about stuff, but that's fine. Keep flicking back to feed 3 on the studio mode so we can check when Helen's back. Just keep that. Let's just go. Yeah, I see. I'll just format it. I must have done it by accident. Let me just fix that. Sorted. Nice. I tell her to move slightly to her left or something? Yeah, because you can cut that. No, you're alright. She gets just say if you don't talk, it doesn't line up my mic a little bit here. I have my headphones on already. I was getting Helen ready, but we'll chat to her in a couple of minutes. This morning I can still hear them outside now. You can hear them clapping. That proves we're live. It's the 8 p.m. Health thing. We should have delayed slightly out of respect. Sorry. I was there last night and it was really good. But what woke me up this morning is you can hear the dogs going now, but there's a cat outside. He lives right outside my window, and there's one thing I kind of know about cats, and that's when they're really, really, really horny. It's just, he was screaming outside my window. He was basically saying, James, please, please, please. I looked around, I looked out the window, and he's literally looking up the window because there's no one else awake at like 6 in the morning. I was up early this morning because there was I'm just finished a fast. I had my first meal today at 6 o'clock this evening, and I hadn't eaten for 48 hours, full 48. Well, no, it's 47 and a bit, because I wanted to have some food before I came on here, so I was all pumped up. I was getting pretty drained throughout the day. Some people do fast for religious reasons, but I think the real reason you do them is because it allows your body to eat up all the old kind of little bits of cells you don't use anymore. But it's a good thing to do. It's good for your health and stuff like that. It keeps you fit as well, and then it makes you not want it completely cancelled out all your gut biome, so you can just start. So if you don't eat sugar again, your gut, all the flora stays really, really healthy. That's what I was doing today. That's most of the stuff was going on. We actually had a Zoom call today with all the staff from the Bill Murray. We got everyone on the line. I say everyone, like there's people who kind of work here on and off. Most people are part-time, but when we got them on the phone today, everyone's doing well. They're all pretty happy. A lot of people have gone back home, gone back to where their parents are, but not me. Me and Morgan still flying the flag. Streaming away, flying the flag. The week is going pretty well so far. We had a good few people watch the streams. Even some of them watch them live. Other people watch them just later on when we put them up on socials and stuff like that. I was thinking, we think we might try and do it on other platforms as well. Like YouTube is great because I understand it and we can kind of just do it. But it'd also be good to get it up on the other ones if we could on Facebook and Twitter. Because if you scroll through Facebook, people are getting like 1,000 views. Oh wow, it might be only for a second, but it's that sweet little number that I want to see. Yes. For the rest of the week, what we're going to do is we had an interview yesterday, interview today. We're doing one tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Sunil. We'll be chatting to him for a bit. We'll see some of his stand-up. And Saturday and Sunday we're going to take it handy because we don't want to work all the time, to be honest. Next week we're still finalising the schedule and everything like that, but hopefully there'll be more interviews lined up. We'll be doing some stuff from the archive, which everyone really liked. I'm glad they liked that because they're cracking shows. And then tonight what we're doing is going to be similar format. We'll be chatting to Helen for a little bit, then we'll be kind of moving to seeing some of her stand-up, and after that we'll chat a bit more, and then we'll say good night and you can enjoy your evening further. Get my headphones in. Okay, if the lads can line up Helen, that'd be class. All right, I can see you, Helen. Can you see me?
I can see you, yeah.
Oh, not so bad. Let me move this a little bit. Okay. Thanks for coming back on the line. Helen was nipping away for a few minutes, and it was like 1 minute to 8. And it's like, Helen, this is not a gig. There's like people online. We can't wait.
I wanted to do the clap at my window.
Yeah, we done it here. We gave it a little bit of a shot. I heard about it today, and it's like, what do we do? Do we delay the live broadcast? But it's like I've never missed a show yet in the past 3 days, so we said we just keep going with it.
Yeah, when you're on a streak, fuck the NHS. You've got to do your own art. It's like the most important thing. You've got to focus. I get it. I respect it.
Yeah, no, it's important. We all have our own battles that we have to fight, and they're important to us. Well said, Helen. Well said.
Thank you. Yeah, that could be my soundbite. Fuck the NHS. Do your art.
Fuck the NHS. Come to my show, please. It's all about how to help people. It'd be nice.
My live stream will make you feel better. I guarantee it. That should be your vibe.
Where were you for the last one? For the last big clap that everyone was doing?
Literally a window 1 floor below.
Yeah. I went out in the balcony at the Bill Murray for the last one, and everyone was clapping. I looked down at the neighbours and I started doing a video because a lot of our staff here, they aren't living in the city anymore. They've just moved away for a bit, and I took a record of it. But I listened back to it and it sounded like I was being real sarcastic. It's like, oh, this is for the NHS. Everyone's clapping loads, and I didn't even clap. And I was like, oh, I can't send that to anyone. I look like a total dickhead.
That is like the most comedian way of thinking, of just sort of being like, oh, I should be supportive of the NHS, but I don't look great in it, so I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen until I get an opportunity to I'm good in the situation.
Yeah, I want a green screen behind me if I'm going to be even clapping, make it look good.
Oh, for sure, you want to look good. I get it. Yeah, you want to have a good soundbite for it.
Yeah. Whose lovely house is that you're after breaking into? Obviously.
You don't think this is mine?
Yeah, I don't think you have pictures up. And is that a couch? Things are going very well.
Honestly, actually, That is depressingly to-do lists that are on the wall, which like half of the jobs I can't actually do now, so they're just sort of there. I don't think I'm really hoping no one can read them because there's like a couple of things on there which I'm never going to get to do. But I'm like, maybe one day, and I write it down. It's quite tragic.
Oh, that's your like job board stuff you want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is there any? Well, you must have done a good few of them. Gigging, start a podcast.
I mean, yeah, but there's stuff on it like there's one that says read a book. And that's not since isolation. That's just in general. Just like fucking read something, do something, and then just, like hang pictures.
Hand pictures. What's that?
Hang pictures
hang
on
pictures.
the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big job. And then there's other ones which are just sort of like write a sitcom.
Right, bigger ones then also. Yeah. Hang pictures.
You've got it able high.
Which one will I do today? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Probably none of them.
Have you ever like even got a page out and tried to sketch out a bit of a sitcom or something like that? Have you ever got even that far? Like, because I think most comics have got that little bit done.
Well, like for the first time in my life, I'm working on a sitcom properly with a company.
Mm-hmm.
And like doing it all, but like even then I'm just sort of like it's so hard putting like storylines and stuff together, and then you have an idea, and usually a sitcom you've got an idea of a scene that looks really good, but then you realize it's actually not a good scene, it's just something that you would like to film because you think you'd look good in it.
Yeah.
Which is what most people like when you read other friends' sitcoms, you're just sort of like, oh, you just want to do like, I mean, everyone wants to do that scene of them walking home by themselves in the evening after crying and looking super emotional and having a moment.
Yeah.
Like every script ever has that moment in it. It just doesn't work.
Everything you're looking at here is just an excuse for me to wear one of the 3 bandanas I bought 10 years ago.
But you wear bandanas all the time. It's like your thing.
I think it's because I live upstairs. I've never worn one on stage. I really need to get my confidence up, you know. I'm also wearing vests now when I'm inside. Nice vests.
We can work on your confidence now if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Do you have any confidence games?
No confidence games, but it's just like holding your nerve. So we could like break some confidence out of you now. So like if you tell me the last 3 things you typed into Pornhub and you just get them out of that, that's quite a confident thing to say.
Could I
and I
do
think
that,
people would like to know about it.
I don't think I might even know them off the top of my head, maybe.
What's your go-to search? Like share that.
What's my go-to search? I'll probably start off something simple.
Are you going to do it?
No, maybe like it'd probably be like a workout thing because I go to the gym and I work out loads and everything. So that's probably a bit of my fantasy. That's pretty good.
Do you like gym-based porn?
A bit, not even gym-based, kind of like workout or instructional or something like that. Yeah.
You know, in the morning when you're doing yoga.
Yeah.
Is that...
All right. You're up now. You're up now, Helen. Here we go. And don't say dicks because we know you like them.
What do I? You know what? Do you actually want to know what my porn searches are? Because I'll say.
Yeah, give us some clues and I'll guess.
Okay, so, oh my god, what's the clue? Okay, so I like. This is so weird. So like showers.
Yeah, that was.
Not so much a clue.
Oh my god, that was probably. I'm remembering this now. That was probably one of the first ever porn things I watched. Was the girl in the shower. Like,
honestly,
that's all. You're really taking me back now. Things have gone down a long road since, like, you know, but like you're still back there, teenage James.
2 women in a shower. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Like it's so hot.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Like that. Pussy licking. That's a great type in.
And everyone's going to be really clean as well, which is great in that industry.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a hotbed for yeast infections.
Yeah, that is true.
So I'm getting off on it, but I'm also like, I really hope that they have like enough cranberry juice and like liquids to get through this, and they get a thorough douching. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I do care.
Mm-hmm. So,
but then, I'll tell you what. This is a good question. Have you ever typed something into Pornhub and had it say no results?
No results. Yeah, probably just because I'm such a terrible speller. I was trying to write a bit about. I was trying to think about the worst thing that someone could search up in Pornhub before. It was for a bit, and it was like amputated. What was it? Amputated octopus porn. They didn't have it, so
Like an octopus with no legs.
Yeah, I just made it up. It's not a thing, like.
No, everything.
I say that there's 7 people watching. It could be now.
Can all 7 people who are watching, can they go type that in right now and make it a shot? Because I'm sure there's an algorithm where people get sent, like, oh, people are searching this, but it's not coming up.
People are really looking for that octopus hit.
Oh, I hope it's not a real octopus, though. They can get a good model or something, couldn't they? Like a toy octopus.
Yeah, the toy octopus. I don't think that's what the incels are really looking for. Like, you know, they're looking for really the true octopus.
What are the porn industry's doing actually with this whole isolation thing?
Well, most of the people who work in it and the people who use it are well used to this situation, you know. So
like, I just hope they can film it. I hope they can still work. It'd be sad if another industry crumbles, you know.
Yeah, well, it's illegal in a lot of countries, and they do it anyway. So I don't think isolation will kind of stop them. Like. Plus, I say it's absolutely booming online. They're probably so busy making porn they don't even know that you shouldn't be making it at the moment. You know, take a bit of time off, go visit your dad, try and work things out.
I love the people who are like still in denial of like this whole virus happening. Like my housemate just went to our local co-op, and one of the women who works there, she said to her, she's like, it's just a myth, it's just made up by the government. And we're like, fucking amazing. Like just like her pure self-belief. I would love to believe in anything that much.
Yeah, very confident lady. Who was it? Your neighbour or something?
Not my neighbour, no, my housemate went to the shop.
Oh, okay.
Actually, judging one of my neighbours, I'd say one of them would 100% also think that.
They're just some people who don't. Like, fair enough, if you see something on the news and you kind of, hey, maybe that's not 100% true, you know, but when the whole country is shut down and the government's just paying out money to everyone to tell them to stay at home, and there's bouncers outside Sainsbury's and Angel now, like, come on, believe it, please. What more do you need, you know?
This is the thing. I think it's just like pure denial, and they're just sort of in a weird bubble where these are the things they're being told.
Yeah, she probably wants one of her heroes, like, I don't know, Jade Goody or something, to tell her what's happening. She'll listen to them.
Okay, don't speak ill of the dead. She's a hero to many others as well.
I forgot she was dead.
How could you?
Yeah, because it was
like the biggest thing since Diana died.
I was trying to think of someone who would be a hero of someone who's like that, and Stacey Solomon. That's one. That'll do. Is she all right?
Stacey's actually super switched on. She's amazing, and I love her.
Is she clever?
She's really clever.
She lets on that she isn't. She must be very clever.
That's why she's that clever.
She went out with Steve-O for a while. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know that.
Steve-O from Jackass. Yeah, I think they were really in love. They went on holidays down in Devon. They went surfing and stuff. It was a long way.
That's how great she is.
Yeah, it was a long way from his deep cocaine parties with Mike Tyson.
Honestly, I love her. I did a show with her in December, Clang, and she's so good. She's so switched on comedy-wise. Her timing is insanely good.
What does clang mean? What's that?
That's when you say a name and then you like name drop, and then it goes clang in the bucket. I literally do it because other people would do it, then I'm like, I'll do it in case.
In the bucket, clang in the bucket. What, like? Oh, you're dropping.
I don't know.
You're dropping the name in the bucket. Is that it?
Yeah. Like clang.
I'll do
that.
That.
That might be a thing.
I'll do that later on. You know, someday I'm going to be walking around and I'll be like Helen Bauer, clang. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like,
who is that? What does clang mean?
Can we see her Angel? Yeah, probably. She's there a lot.
Yeah, actually holding the bucket. Oh, thank you, clang.
I have held the bucket. I've had that job before.
It's a good job.
It's very awkward.
It's one of the most important jobs of the whole, besides, you know, performing the comedy, hosting the comedy, looking after the audience, pouring the pints, doing all that stuff. Like, but it's up there, you know. It's still very important.
I mean, it's the reason it gets to keep on running, but it's also like the fear of holding the bucket after you've had a bad gig is just, it's killer. Yeah,
well, that's why people don't do them. Like, sometimes I know if I was up in Edinburgh and there's like 3 people there and you end the gig after like 25 minutes or something, you're like, oh, this is just a work in progress and I don't even have a bucket anyway. Like,
I love the excuse. Yeah. It's just so much easier that way. But sometimes it is just a draw with the audience. It's like, I've not been good. You've not enjoyed it. let's just all carry on with our lives.
Yeah, and then sometimes they try and give you money anyway because they know how expensive the festival is, and you're like, no, please, I'd rather be in debt.
And then it's even more awkward because they're like, you really need it. You need the help. You're clearly not doing well. And it's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're usually crying by that point. And
Yeah. Screaming. But then at least then they start laughing. They're like, oh, this is actually quite good. We enjoyed this. It's nice.
Yeah. It can be fine. What were you going up to Edinburgh this year? Was your plan originally to do it?
Oh, I had a new hour already finished. I was like, good to go. I had a PR company. I was really looking forward to it. No, I didn't have that done. So when it was cancelled, I was like, haha, I was right. The festival is dying. Cha-ching. Well, it died a bit quicker than I thought there, but okay.
There's only a couple of people who are genuinely distraught. I think that, like, obviously people who have planned for it is upsetting. Like, I was planning on doing it, but it's like, it's okay. It's not the worst thing that's happened recently, you know?
Yeah, like...
We'll survive.
Yeah, there's only...
Hopefully.
I know a few people who already kind of already paid for PR, so, like, they mightn't get that back 100%, you know? But,
I think most of the PR companies are just saying that they're just going to, like, not charge anything and, like, give money back to anyone who's paid anything so far.
Oh, that's pretty good. But no PR companies, they might have said, oh, we've already actually done loads of work for you. That's why you're really big now. But
my PR company just wiped it.
Oh, that was nice. That was pretty good. Yeah, I suppose they're probably all going out of business because they don't have any stuff going on at the moment. So may as well.
But that's the thing. And then it's like, but then, I mean, at this point, even if Fringe went ahead, comics wouldn't be able to afford to do it because no one's worked for like months.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone's going to be like,
it'll be fine next year, you know?
Yeah, unless we get Corona number 2, like, or SARS 3, it's a bit confusing.
Like, but for the sake of like having a nice like conversation for the people watching, just to keep it fun, it's like it'll be over by September, right?
Nah, this conversation is mainly for me. This is why I'm here.
Well, we're all gonna die. Panic. Set fire to everything. Loot now.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Like, I think it'll be alright. It'll be alright. But like, when it comes down to it, I don't think the landlords always seem to do well out of these, like out of everything. They have the houses, they have everything. I think they'll be all right. So like, even if we don't have to pay rent for a few months or whatever, like once everything comes back around, they're like, oh, okay, you have to pay that all back now. It's like, what? How do we make up 3 months rent now and like increase rents for the whole while? Like, that's going to be tough. Like,
that's the thing. Like, no one knows because it's such like unprecedented ground. Like, we don't know really how long this is going to go on for. Like, everyone says like 3 months, but it could be longer. It could be shorter. Like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
So there's like, you know, when you like, are you going through like a million hypothetical situations in your head of like how it could work out and what you could do or what everyone could do?
I've narrowed it down to one, and I think I can predict the future on this whole thing. What's going to happen is right. What's happening now is the government and us and the people, we're all spending money that we haven't earned, right? Because we're not able to earn money at the moment, so we're kind of spending it. Okay. So it's like we're borrowing money from ourselves in the future, and we're spending it now. So in the future, we'll have to pay that back that money, whether it's to banks or whether it's to landlords or whether it's to whoever. We'll have to pay it back, and the way we'll pay it back is our standard of living will drop, our taxes will be raised, and we'll be earning the same amount, but we'll have to give way more taxes, and everything will be slightly more expensive, including rent. So say if the landlords don't get their rent now, they'll jack up the rent slightly in the future, so they won't lose money, and then then it might come down as well because less people want to live in London because so many people are out of work and the economy is fucked. They might be moving out different places. They could take this as an opportunity. So everyone will get through this and that, but in a couple of years, in the next year or whatever, there'll be a type of austerity tax that's put on the people, and whether it's through lifestyle or whether it's through actually raising taxes or raising rent slightly.
Can't we just all pretend that's not going to happen and just say everyone's going to be kind and it'll go back to being nicer?
Well, that's just one theory. My first theory was Corona 2.
Oh, God! Who wants to hear another theory? That was like the saddest speech ever. You've clearly thought about it too much. But also, like, people might be really kind and sort of, like, give people breaks.
They might do a little bit, but, like, you know, if there's no real, like... You see, it's not like the landlords can be kind and give breaks either, because a lot of them, the reason they're not just, some of them are charging loads of rent and they just live in a really high lifestyle. That is some of them. But there's other there's a lot of landlords who have a few different houses, who rent them all out, who are paying mortgages off on them all, and they're little like property management companies, and they just have a job and they're just looking after their family. And if they don't get money for that, suddenly they lose all these houses to the banks and things like that, you know. So not all landlords are just craking it in and stuff like that. There's a lot of kind of good landlords, or even old lady landlords and stuff like that, you know, that are just using the 400 quid a month they get for that one room somewhere to actually pay for their shopping and their little trolleys that they have and stuff like that, you know.
Well, maybe at the end of this, everyone will be given a property for free.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing at the moment with regards wages and stuff, and it's kind of a forced social experiment on universal basic income. So if we did just give everyone like £1,000 a month, say if we just did that, they have 500 for rent, they can live in a room somewhere, they have 500 for food and drink, they can just do that. Like suddenly there's no people like down, really low down anymore, so maybe crime will go down, and then maybe insurance policies will go down, and maybe you don't need as many policemen, maybe there's not as much stabbings happening, and that'll bring the cost of living in London way down, like, you know. So if they just dished out all the money, that could be a way. It's people kind of theorized about this a lot, but they've never had a reason to do it, and it seems pure mental. But there was a guy who was running for president in the States who said he was going to do it. He said he'd be able to do it. There'd be a way he could do it. But that's the kind of theory. If you just do that, people are a bit more free to kind of do what they want and pursue their passion and like just enjoy the stuff they do if they just have enough money coming in, and then there won't be as much crime. So you literally just need less policemen and stuff like that. So it's a forced kind of social experiment. We'll see if it happens. You know, it'd be amazing now if we've seen over the next few months if crime went down, or if, like I say, stabbings have gone down because like no one wants to go to hospital, so no one's risking taking out the knife anymore because they might get stabbed, you know. Yeah.
Honestly, I sort of came in and out of that. I feel like you were on a bit of a rant.
So did many of our viewers by the look of it, yes.
My favourite comment is stop making Helen sad.
Yeah, like, can you stop making me sad? Honestly, I think the world is going to be better because everyone's going to watch more Disney films, so they're going to have a more hopeful outlet.
How about you make me happy rather than just saying happy Disney films? Watch some of them, please.
You're really hard to make happy because you've got a natural depressive attitude like most comics. It's very difficult for me to be around you.
I don't think any of that was depressive. That's just a cold hard look at what's going to happen.
I know, but fucking hell, it's 8:23, James. I'm 3 wines in. Fuck it up.
Pick it up, please.
Like, make an effort. Like,
Have you seen Frozen?
Yes, obviously I've seen Frozen. What sort of a question is that? And it's beautiful.
I didn't.
Now you've made me sad again. What is wrong with you?
It'd be so bad if you started crying now. I'm like,
oh
oh shit.
Hear me up. Can you sing me a song from Frozen with a dance? That'll make me happy.
I haven't seen the movie.
What are you doing with your life? Reading your theories and your books?
I'm learning how to use green screens, obviously.
How's it going?
Long time. I had to ask Morgan most of the questions. He knew how to use them. He told me how to do them.
Yeah, Morgan's good. I got all my emails from Morgan today. He's very on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to learn a skill, but like at the moment, all I can think, I want to learn the Cup song from Pitch Perfect because I never quite got it down the first time. Do you remember that? Like, oh my god, we share literally no cultural reference points. This is going to be like, I got my ticket for the long way round. That one?
No, do people like that? Yeah.
So bad. But then I was like, maybe I should learn a language.
Yeah.
But then, like,
don't you speak German or something already?
I already speak German, yeah, but like I should like learn something else.
Oh, yeah.
But then maybe I already speak German, so why bother? You know?
Yeah, you have 2 languages. That's good.
That's enough, right?
Next task.
I was gonna get really good at doing eyeshadow.
Uh-huh.
Don't look at me like that. 'Cause I feel like you don't do shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna. I'm sorry. Can I speak my truth?
Yeah, of course. Maybe write it down first. Just go over it for a bit.
I wanted to get good at like doing like really beautiful loads of colours that will like gradient like a gradient into each other, and that was going to be like a really big focus. And I was like, is it worth it at the moment? Mm-hmm. So at the moment, I'm just like shaving every day.
Yeah, you should put that mood. You should put the gradient thing up on your mood board or something. That'd be quite good. You could learn that.
I know. Could you imagine?
If you ever get around to that book or that hanging of paintings.
Right, I have to make a website.
Make a website.
Make a website. Learn how to eyeshadow.
Yeah. Do you know, when I write down a load of those tasks, those to-do things, even some of the bigger ones, you can make great progress in them in about 20 minutes. So like even the website thing, if you're looking at that, if you go onto like one of those website builders, that you can really kind of like give it 20 minutes and see how far you get. And then you realize, all right, I could do this fairly quick. And then you could get it up really quick. And then it's just a while to do it longer. It's just getting that over that initial inertia kind of just to get going, like, you know?
Yeah. I tell you what I'm doing is I go to work and then I'll put something on in the background and it'll be on YouTube and then I'll have a recommendation come up and I'll be like, oh, that's a really good Dance Mums clip. I love that one. Then I'll click on that one. And then the next thing I know, I'm on one of those playlists. And then I like blink and it's like 8 p.m. and we're all clapping for the NHS. And I'm talking to you and it's like, oh, it's gone. You know?
I'm glad we hit on YouTube now. There's some of our stuff that we're both into has overlapped. That's pretty good.
You love watching Dance Mums on YouTube?
No, just YouTube in general. Yeah, I like.
Trying to bond with you, James. You're making it very difficult for me.
I'm sorry.
I tell you what's really good, which is a show I've been obsessed with for ages, and now I'm like, oh my god, it's like literally bang on the money at this moment. Have you ever watched Extreme Couponing USA?
No.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay, type it in. It's on the Learning Channel. It's on TLC, but they've got loads of clips online. And why aren't you looking or listening to me right now? I feel like I listened to your fucking rant about how the government's going to do something.
You said type it in or something, and then I thought I had to do it now.
No, obviously you have to me and then do it later.
Okay.
I'm going to write on my to-do list, like, get James to focus.
Yeah. You're quite good at making people do things.
Do you reckon you don't have any confidence because people like me yell at you all the time?
Not really. I'm taking this in my stride, I think.
Yeah, you're doing really well. You're having like a mini panic attack, but honestly, just keep breathing. You're going to be grand.
No, it's just I know we're in isolation. You can't actually get at me. That's quite good.
I know where you live.
You're nagging on the door. It's Helen.
I want a kid. Get me on stage.
You'll watch it, James, won't you?
Actually, you're quite easy to manipulate that way. I remember I was doing like 3 gigs one night at the Bill Murray or something, and you were like, "I'm going to the shop," and I was like, "Oh, I want a Preston," and then you actually did it. Yeah. You brought me back like little coconut vegan cookies. They were so good.
Yeah, that was nice. That's being a nice person. That's not manipulating. If you want to manipulate me into being a nice person, do it any day of the week. I'm happy to do that.
Okay, well, a nice person would listen to Extreme Couponing USA.
Could you say it slower? I'll look it up later on. Extreme Creepy USA.
Couponing.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Morgan. Extreme Couponing USA.
Do you want to host a live stream, Morgan?
Morgan, you're ruining the illusion.
I'll do the emails tomorrow. You do this, yeah?
Do I have to do the accent as well?
Yeah. All right, Extreme Couponing USA. I've seen, now that you say that, I think I was in someone's house before and they had like all the channels, and I'm pretty sure that show was on, and it was just they had full on big booklets. It was all like cut out, put in, they collect them, and down in the basement they have like 50 toothbrushes or something like that.
Oh, so much more than 50. 50 toothbrushes, you're not getting on the show. Okay? They have stockpiles of over like $100,000 worth of stuff. It's incredible. And they all like gather around and look at it. And then they go, and they don't call them folders, they call them binders.
Okay.
And they go to the supermarket with their binders, and they get loads of stuff from the shelves, and then they like ring it up, and it's like $800. And then they put their coupons in and they get given 5 cents back. And then everyone in the supermarket applauds them and they walk out and go, it's just more for my stockpile. And then everyone, that's it. It's so good.
Is there coupons that say if you have 50 of these, would they collect 50 coupons for 50 toothbrushes and then just, that's what they get like? Because it's very strange the stuff they buy like.
No, it's so much more than that. Yeah. So basically, like they get their coupons. They could be like 50 cents off this, but then they go to the store when they're doing a sale. So the item is like $1, but then they'll have another coupon which is like you can double your coupon for this item. So then it's 50 cents off $1, and then they can double it, so then it's 0 cents, and then they just get them all for free. And then there's some coupons that they can get money back from them because they've gone so far under the like restriction on it, then they can buy an item they actually want, and then that takes them over. And then in the first 3 seasons, they were like, oh yeah, we
3 seasons.
Oh my god, be respectful. Be respectful. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not going to respect that at all.
Basically, then the later seasons, they're like TLC's trying to be like woke now, right? They're trying to like be like of of the moment.
The
of the age.
singers.
So, huh?
TLC, the singing
Not
band.
the singers, the TV channel.
Okay.
You're
I'm not winding you up. I'm just like the Venn diagram of me and you is like two separate circles. Like it's just.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard.
Don't try, it's grand.
Basically, they're trying now to be like, they make out that they have their stockpiles to give it to the troops. So then they're covered.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't look crazy. The thing is, it's not crazy now because they're like sorted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Whenever I say support the troops, I'm thinking of the other troops, like the Afghan troops. Yeah.
We were having a really fun light chat. Why do you do this?
I wasn't doing much chatting. It's all right. Imagine if you're given if you're given the troops, except you gave it to the wrong troops. That's what I mean. Like if you give it to the Afghan troops, or we're giving it to the troops.
You gave it to the wrong.
You gave it to the wrong troops. No one does coupons over here though. I haven't seen people with coupons here, like in Sainsbury's or anything. Does that happen much?
Sainsbury's, yeah. If you get a Nectar card, then it tells you how much you would have saved, and then you can get money off your next shop.
Yeah, someone asked me about a Nectar card before, and do you know when Sainsbury's, when you use your Nectar card and that, they're able to track the type of person, say they know who you are, where you live, and what age you are, whatever, and then also they know exactly what you buy, so they know the type of things to put online. Do you think they're using that information to get more money out of you, or to get less money out of your pocket, like?
More money out of you?
Yeah, so why do people keep using their Nectar card when it's going to be used against them? Because there's no way Sainsbury's is going to...
Because we're British and we all inherently believe we're smarter than the system.
Maybe that's probably... That's
all it is.
It's a pretty good answer.
We know that they're tricking us, but we're like, they're telling me to do this deal, but I'm actually not going to do it because I actually don't want crumpets this week, and that's how we all do it.
Yeah.
It's arrogant. We're playing with our arrogance.
Yeah, I never got the Nectar card because I figured they'd just post me stuff in the post, and then you just be essentially just buying stuff that you don't need, even though they're meant to give you good stuff. They give you like even simple stuff like toilet paper now and again, or just like stuff people use all the time. But I mean, I don't actually have a Nectar card, but I think as someone who has thought about it, I think it's worth getting. I just don't live close enough to a Sainsbury's. No, Sainsbury's has been my main one for forever. Like, actually, no, I say that.
You live near Tesco.
Yeah, there's a little Tesco there. I go there sometimes, but there's a big Sainsbury's as well further down, so I can go there. They have a better selection of spices when I'm making my curries from scratch. If anyone wants to come over for a curry sometime.
In the lockdown.
Yeah. Post-lockdown. Be responsible.
Am I invited?
Yeah, of course. Next time you're on a gig here, actually no, I'm usually down at the Camden Head probably, but if I'm coming down here, I should just have people over for dinner and stuff, because I love making dinner, and the only thing better than making dinner is like giving dinner to someone, and then say do you cook much? Do you cook a lot, or do you what about your meals?
I mean, I went through a super crazy cooking phase where I loved it, and I got so into like Jamie Oliver's website. This is like 5 years ago, and then just lost it, basically. Like, if I have friends over, I'll like make a real effort to make dinner, and like I'll make, like, if I'm making a curry, like I'll make like a main curry, a side curry, as well as like patties and rotis from scratch. I'll do the whole thing. But in general, no, like I literally just get like chicken and chips on the way home and then have a frozen pizza. Like I eat, like it's just so disgusting. Like I honestly, I think I've gone a week before just having sandwiches.
Yeah, but has that happened because in the past couple of years you have been just gigging a lot more, and you've been traveling a lot more and doing stuff during the day? Is that kind of thing is that kind of the way it happens?
Gigging, sure, because I'm one of those people that does not really eat before I go on stage.
Yeah.
So like I don't have dinner and then go to a gig. Like it's always afterwards, or like I have the biggest, latest breakfast, because I've like basically haven't worked another job since last year. So I'm sort of like now in that routine of just sort of like you just eat whenever you can.
Yeah.
Because your like day is so off schedule. But I don't really mind it that much. Like I definitely think it's not healthy to eat late at night before you go to bed, but it's also not the worst thing I'm doing to myself. I smoke and drink every day. Do you know what I mean? That's gonna get me first.
Yeah, that's true. Smoke and drink every day. I always think that'd be one thing that kind of I feel like would be holding me back a little bit from being a comic, like full time going out on the road, gigging around the country like all the time. And it is the thing that I do really like getting a good night's sleep, and I do really like, cooking my own food and looking after my diet. And it's a bit of a trade-off. So that's why I stick around London all the time, like, 'cause I'm able to get home, I'm able to do my workouts and everything like that. But I'm also happier doing that, so I can't be too angry. You can't have it all. That's
I
what
think
I say.
you did become a comic. You just shift which meals you focused on. Like, dinner wouldn't be such a big thing that you cooked for, but like lunch would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're usually somewhere like, even like you can always be at home for lunch, because if you're like digging away and then you come back the next day for lunch, and then you leave after lunch, like you'll just shift which meal you focus on. I think I've just got like, my priorities are just not that way inclined. But I'm also like, I'm not like a big, like, I'd rather have a lot of food than good food. So I'd rather.
I go like that sometimes with the quantity side of stuff. Like, if I'm getting popcorn, if I decide I'm eating popcorn, I eat popcorn. Like, I make a lot of popcorn, really love it, like, absolutely love it. But I'd never like have a small amount. Oh, I'll just have a little bit and enjoy it. It's like, no, I enjoy feeling really full. That's what I enjoy.
Exactly. And that's easy to do when you're gigging around, because you can go to like like every town centre. You can go to Wagamama's, have a full Wagamama's, and then you can just walk to the Nando's. They don't know.
So audience member following around. That's
you can
good.
just go around every single chain restaurant, and they have no idea. Yeah. And part of me envisioned myself when I was like first starting to like go out and gig different places, being like, I'm gonna like look up the best like restaurant in the town, and I'm gonna go book a table there for like 10 p.m. and it's gonna be so amazing, and I'll sit and read a book. And it just never happened. I'm just in Nando's being like, this, then Wagamama's, this, and then I go to McDonald's after the gig, and I'm like, oh, I'm so disgusting, and then the next day do the same thing.
Yeah,
I really learned from my mistakes.
Oh, you seem pretty happy, so that seems to be all right. I'm going to ask the lads to start queuing up some of your stand-up now, so we'll jump over to that pretty good. Do you know when this was recorded? It was recorded in the Bill Murray. That was nice to get a shot from here. I think it was from even a year and a half, a couple of years ago. So it'd be blast from the Helen Bauer past.
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Cool. All right, we'll shoot over to the stand-up now. I hope you enjoy it. Good.
I just knocked a lady with my thigh. That is so embarrassing. Hey, babe, how's it going? Like, I just like whacked straight into you. I've gained so much weight recently. I don't know how much I've gained, so I'm really sorry about that. Are you gonna live? Oh my God, you're welcome then. Hi everyone, how's it going? Good? Yeah. Everyone's like gone really, really quiet because I apologise to someone at the beginning. Don't worry, I'm going to attack her in a minute because she's thinner than me, right? I can beat the shit out of you and both of us know it, and I can break you in 2 seconds. Right. You guys together? Yeah, do not be intimidated. He's going to be fine. I'm 6'1", I've got a broad back and I speak fluent German. I know you're freaking out right now, but it's going to be okay. Hey. This is nice. This is a lovely evening. How's it going, everyone? Is everyone here drinking? Yeah? Give me a cheer if you're already drunk. Okay, perfect, amazing. This is my audience, because I am a big drinker. Like, I think I'm good at it as well. I can now drink 3 bottles in one sitting of red wine. Thank you. Yes. One woman is over enthusiastically clapping for me, and one guy looking at me like, she can't do it, she's too thin. And you are correct, sir. Yes. Despite what I said earlier, I do have a very fast metabolism, and sometimes I forget to eat, and I fucking love salad. But 3 bottles of wine means you do gain weight, and it's like, I know I'm gaining weight because my mum told me. She didn't have to, she just wanted to. That's what mums do, bit of fun. And no one needs to tell you, because your clothes tell you when you're gaining weight, right? Like, I once went up an apron size. Like, not a clothing size. A full apron. I was working in a cafe that had Toasties. When I first got the job, I was like, Toasties, this is the best job ever, I fucking love it. I just became like this mission in my mind to see how much cheese I could eat in one sitting. Like in a Toastie, like gram-wise. Turns out it wasn't grams, it was kilograms. I was really going for it. And then the poor boss was coming in his tray being like, where's all the cheese gone? We had like loads of cheese. I'm like, where's the cheese gone? Where's the cheese? Just gaining so much weight, he must have known that after a month of working there. I was like, I'm going to need a new apron. Don't know what's happened. It's like a metabolism thing. It's horrendous. And now I don't work there, I'm assuming I'm just gaining weight from all the wine I'm drinking. And also, like, I don't need an apron to tell me anymore. My jeans tell me I'm gaining weight. I have to buy a new pair of jeans every 3 weeks. Like, I'm not going up a full jean size every 3 weeks. That'd be disgusting, right, Queen? No. I have to buy new jeans, because basically I buy a new pair, they last for 3 weeks, and then the material here, when my thighs rub together, just goes, no, fuck it, Helen, we're out. Like, we're not doing this anymore. Does anyone else suffer this injustice, right? fucking sucks. Do not nod, you're so thin. But, congratulations, quinoa's fun, but it's so difficult. I can't go shopping every 3 weeks to buy new jeans. Number one, just to speak for all the women in here, we don't enjoy clothes shopping. It's not fun. Apart from you, I'm sure everything fits great. But it's super difficult. When I first found out about clothes shopping, as an adult by myself, I thought I would love it. Because I found out there was a section for me and my people. Does anyone know the tool section? Oh my God, are you 5'10" and above? Then why the fuck are you in there? It is made for me, okay? Is any of the women here 5'10" and above that shops in the tool section? No? Yes, okay, one. Brilliant. Oh, hey, how's it going? It's a great place to shop, right? Because when I first heard about it, I thought it'd be you and me in there, high-fiving, but really high. You touch the ceiling, then I touch it because we can, and then you drop something, but there's no short people to pick it up, so we're leave it, it's not worth it. That's my vision for it. Because it's a very small section of the shop, particularly for the size of women that is in it. We get a very limited range of clothing, and I think we need a security guard to stop people like you coming in my zone. Because I like petite women, I think you're cute. But if you come in my zone, pick up my t-shirt and go, what a fun dress, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's so frustrating. I think of both of us when I say we never go in the petite section, I do not touch their belts and go, what a fun bracelet. No! Bullshit! Stick to your zones! Oh God, you're tiny as well, yay! I don't know what's happening to me. I think it's because all I'm doing at the moment is drinking, and on nights out, my petite friends just see me as something to climb. I think it's just to prove to them, the guys, how tiny they are compared to me. They're like, I'm a tiny koala bear, look at the eucalyptus tree. And I'm like, I got leaves! It doesn't feel good. They do everything so well, because if I drink 3 bottles of wine, obviously all the women know this already, but I'm gonna cry. Fact. That is a drinking amount of crying wine. That's the rules of it. And I thought I cried well on nights out, because I cry quite early. I go to the girls' toilets at 10:30 p.m. And the one in there that's playing Christina Aguilera Beautiful out loud from my phone. Just oh my God, why hasn't my boyfriend called me? Because I don't have a boyfriend. Yes! Very difficult. I think the guys know me as the woman next to the DJ with 2 glasses of wine, put on Natalie and Brulia too. Very emotional drunk. And loads of my friends cry when they're drunk. It's a very, very nice bonding experience. My petite friends do it so well. My friend Emma, she's gorgeous, and she cries on nights out for really fun little reasons. She's like, oh my God, my dress is so long, and it's it's a t-shirt, but that's fine. And she just cries so beautifully. Her eyes light up like stars, and these 2 diamonds fall down her face. It's how the fuck are you doing this? I want to cry like that, but when I'm drunk and I'm crying, I'm not doing that cry. I'm not doing the little one, the, oh my God, I've lost my phone, no, wait, it's in my bra. No. If I drink 3 bottles of wine, I'm doing the life cry, which the women know is the one that happened the day before your period, right, babe? It's the one that lasts for 13 hours, and you're crying about everything that's ever happened, everything that's going to happen, and everything that's happening in that moment, even though technically nothing's ever happened, this is going to happen, nothing's happening in that moment, but you're just life. And you really understand the lyrics to Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah, even though you don't know why. Such an intense cry. And that's the cry that you should do, but you should do it sitting down in the shower at home. Drink 3 bottles of wine, I'm gonna do it in public, for attention, I don't know. But I'm crying in the toilets with my friends, they look so beautiful, but I'm a mouth breather. So when do not laugh, it's a medical condition. When I'm crying, I'm just dribbling from my mouth. My nose is leaking, eyes going everywhere. And I'm watching my friends crying, and they go out onto the dance floor. And when a petite woman goes on the dance floor crying, guys put jackets around them. Oh my God, are you okay? Have my jacket. And they're like, oh my God, it's so big, the material, it's swamping me, thank you. I want that treatment. I just bash out the toilets, boom, wear the jacket! Men as terrified as you 2 are right now. Give me your jacket! They always say no. I'm assuming it's because they know I'm going to break the jacket, then I'm going to break you. And it's no, I'm breaking you first. I'm really trying to get better at this. That's why I'm drinking 2 bottles of wine more regularly, because 2 bottles, I'm amazing. I don't want to promote alcoholism. Don't think I have to in this room. But if I drink 2 bottles of wine, I'm so cool, dignity, a drunk Princess Diana, got a bit of sick in my hair, but I'm holding it together. Like, wandering around the pub, like bumping into things, going up to guys, like, oh, my dad's never hugged me, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh. Poise. 2 bottles of wine, man. It's that great level of drunk where you just got one tit fully hanging out, you know? But the good tit. Like, I am not so drunk, I'm gonna whap out the one with the weird nipple that wrinkles up and looks the wrong way. Fuck no! That is embarrassing. Just the one good tit, you catch your reflection in a mirror and it's like, holy shit, Helen, you are a Disney princess. Someone put on Colours of the Wind. Feels amazing. But I pushed myself and I have that 3rd bottle. And I wasn't gonna say this tonight, but you guys are so lovely. Whenever I drink, I vomit. Is anyone else here a drunk and vomited? Just give me a cheer. Yeah! Oh, I know. Okay, you and me are like soul sisters. We are hanging out. I'm going to be there, okay? You're amazing. Right, drunk and vomiting, for those of you that don't do it, we can speak on behalf of it. It's the best thing in the world, right? It's so good, because you can drink all you want. You vomit on the night out. You wake up the next morning empty. And it's like, oh my God, did I even drink last night? Let's go again! Feels great! I used to think when I was younger I was such a good drunken vomiter because I'd like leave the party, be walking home, like vomit off to the side, get none of my hair, and it's like, Helen, you are flawless. 10 points. I feel great. But recently I've discovered there's actually a new level of drunken vomit. Right, I was talking to this guy at a house party that I really fucking fancied, right? And I hadn't fancied anyone for a very long time. So it's a very exciting moment when you're drunk, but you've got them one-on-one, and you can talk with them and sort of open up to each other. And I didn't realise I needed to vomit. I thought I needed to cough. Well, thank you for your support. Everyone else was worse than me, I was there. Like, but we were just chit-chatting, and I was like, oh, I need to cough. Always announce it, right? Boys like that, it's very, very cute. So, oh, I need to cough. And I put my hand up, like a lady would, like a lady. Sir, look at me! And I cough vomited into my hand with such force that it's like, look at me! Back into my face. Like I was high-fiving my own sick. And he looked mortified, rightfully so. Like, I am a drunken vomiter, I am with you, babe, but I do not know what to do in that situation when you vomit on your own face. It's a lonely place to find yourself in. So I went for the cool, calm and collect option of just keeping the conversation going. I was like, oh, you're from Suffolk originally. Fascinating. Fucking mortifying. Does anyone else?
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, you just talk. All right. Hello. We're back, everyone. Hope you like that. That was recorded in the Bill Murray. That's where we are this evening. Downstairs. It was recorded, I think, last year or the year before. That was when we first started doing the streaming, because I know I set those blue lights up behind the on the stage shooting up. So I was there that evening. That's what I took from that. That was pretty good. All right, Helen, how are you keeping? You still there? Thanks very much for staying. You're very kind.
Literally what you took from my set is that you were there because you set up the blue lights 2 years ago when I did that set.
I was watching it on YouTube and it's 20-second delay, so I mute it so it doesn't interfere with the audio, kind of going backwards and forwards and that. But yeah, so I was able to look at the visual aspect of it and I enjoyed it.
You know what? I didn't watch it at all. I don't know the clip because it is, we think, from 2018. Did you say you found it from?
Yeah, 2018. We're going through the archive. It was a good one.
I'd genuinely be so interested to see all my clips from the Bill Murray over the years.
They will be coming out.
Yeah, so we've been editing them, getting them down. I say during on like 2 days of the week we're doing like this thing from the archive. So I won't be here every evening. So a couple of days a week we just do like an intro thing, and then we show the MC do some work, and then a few acts, and then
I think
stuff
I'm
like that.
doing one of those. I think I got asked if they could use one of the shows that I was on, and I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing. We've done that to everyone. So we recorded loads of people's sets over the past few years. We're going to make them into little clips, but now we're just doing full-on shows a couple of nights a week. Why not though?
Why not? Loads of reasons, but we're doing it anyway.
Fuck's sake! Another opportunity for you to be like, because it's a great thing to do at the moment, just to share some joy and laughter.
Yeah.
And then you just ruin it again.
Yeah, no, if you see, if I become that person, I'll have to keep being that person, and I don't want to do that like long term. You know, I need to find my own audience. Whether if it is just two, maybe it's just Morgan and yourself tonight. That's cool. You know, at least we can have an honest conversation.
You've got a big audience. Don't talk like that.
Yeah, they're out there. They're looking for me as well, but not at the moment because isolation and all like. But
oh, they're still hunting you out online. For sure they are.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing up, say, even some of these clips, like, because during when I'm chatting to people like this, there's some stuff that you kind of hit on that is interesting and funny and stuff like that, and make a little clip out of them and put it online, like all the other comedians do. That'd be quite good.
That will be good. You've got to do what everyone else is doing. That's the key at the moment.
Yeah, that's the key, absolute key. Everyone's doing so much content. I was watching some of the people's like their posts to do. Oh, Monday I'm doing this, Tuesday that, Wednesday, and they're doing something every day of the week. And I'm like, these are the same people that done like one gig every second week, like last year. You know.
No, it's like it's like for me, I'm not feeling that creative right now, and I'm not having a massive drive to do online content. So I'm just doing my Instagram stories, which I did anyway, and I enjoy. But it's like if you need to be creative and fill your day, then do it. But if you don't worry about it. Like I think people get so wrapped up in being like, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or I should not be doing anything. I should be respectful of the situation. And it's like everyone's different. You just do what's right for you, and just don't look at what everyone else is doing.
Even people were saying like, because it looks online, it looks like I'm doing loads. Oh look, I'm doing these shows, I'm doing green screen, everything. No, I'm totally along for the ride here. Like there's loads of people behind this. There's like other people booking this. There's the live streamers doing it. It's just like, all right, who's in the area who could possibly do this? Oh, James, he seems like he's not too depressed at the moment. We could get him to host the show maybe. Let's put him on with Helen, so it seems at least it'll even out as neutral, bubbly.
Oh, stupid! I'm so depressed. So you've literally fucked it, guys. Do you want me to actually cry? I can do it.
I'm not depressed.
I'd love to.
I'm so lucky, like compared to like most comics, I think actually get depressed and stuff like that. I'm actually happy nearly all the time. Like it's really nice. So far, so good. Keep it going.
That's what you're saying at home, and you're going out and like you're cooking nice meals for yourself. You're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I do nice meals. I do my yoga all the time. My yoga studio closed down because of the isolation. Fair enough. But I was still paying them my monthly membership, 50 quid a month for unlimited classes. And they sent me an email saying, if you'd be really sound just to keep paying that while we're closed, and we'll think of a way to make it up to you. And I go, all right. So I left it for the first month. The first payment went out. And they actually put all these live stream kind of online classes on. So I started watching and doing some of them, and they're really good. But I still emailed them and I said, listen, 50 quid's a bit much. Do you mind if I just do 20 quid maybe? And I'll keep paying that to support you guys throughout. And the amount of people who have emailed into, say, the Bill Murray or Angel and stuff like that, and when we're trying to rebook shows, like stuff that was cancelled, a lot of people are just like looking, oh yeah, once you book Stuart Lee again, just transfer the ticket to that date and stuff like that. Everyone has been so cool, they've been so nice. A lot of people have been nice through this whole thing. It's been really cool.
But they have, this is the thing, I think we all like catastrophize situations and it's so easy to do, but it's like people are reasonable. Like obviously there's the assholes, they're the ones that like get the time and they get on like TV and they're the tweets that go crazy. But in general, everyone's like, no, it's cool, let's figure this out. Let's all be reasonable and it should all work out fine in the end. And if not, there's like you can jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
You can listen to pop music. There's other things to do than catastrophize.
I can feel
coming from someone who spent the last 3 days worrying about this.
Come from the person that just got out of bed 10 minutes ago to do this call. Hiding.
I've been up and I've been drinking wine since 5. I'm on this.
Yeah.
Got my glittery pen. I'm all focused.
Yeah, I've been drinking more wine as well. Like it's very enjoyable to have with a meal and then drink some afterwards and watch a movie. Imagine, like Sunday, like every evening at 6 o'clock, I'm kind of done for the day. Like unless I'm doing one of these in the evening, and it's like holy shit, like I'm not going to go to sleep for another 5 hours. I can watch a movie. I can like. It's really, I'm watching a movie that's not 11 a.m. on a Sunday, like, you know.
Thing. I feel like I'm actually like weirdly catching up with a lot of friends as well.
Yeah, same. I was calling some of my uni friends back at home, and I was meant to go back and visit them, but like it is great catching up. Literally we said like with old friends, like, you know, it's just a reason to call them and stuff. Yeah. Were you in contact with like some old school friends or like uni friends or just everyone?
I didn't go to university, and my old school friends sadly are still my friendship group now, but I live with a girl I went to school with. Like I'm literally in it. I'm 14 years old, but like friends who I used to work with, like like some school friends, but like just like comics as well who I haven't gigged with for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, like we never get to gig together, but this is so nice. We can sort of like hang out and chat. And then like I'm talking to Sunil Patel way too much. I know he's your guest tomorrow night, but like literally, I don't know why. It's because I know he answers.
Yeah.
So I call him.
That's why he's my guest tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, free, right? And I call him, and then it's just him like asking about this. He's literally just playing Civilization in his room by himself. It's so tragic, and he doesn't think it's sad or depressing, but I think it is. Yeah. So ask him if he thinks it's depressing, because he might try and pretend he's doing loads of stuff, but he's really not. He's doing nothing.
I'll chat you after the call, and we'll dig up some dirt on Sunil. I'm sure he's got absolutely loads of it.
Really good. Or can you send me the link again, and I'll like tap in to be like, you're lying. You're not doing it. Wasting your life.
We have Helen in the comment section saying that's all complete bullshit, actually. Here's some images of you with your pants down playing Civilization.
There's other things to like, I think being creative at the moment, there are people who are like churning out so much online content, and it's like, oh, good for you, like that's amazing, but like it doesn't mean that everyone else has to as well. Like,
everyone is on. Yeah, it's the classic thing that everyone's kind of on their. Like, I'm done a little bit with trying to make things happen in some ways, like make this happen or make that happen. I kind of see what's going on, and then I kind of go into it, I kind of hop along with it for a bit, like, and then say, oh, cool, this is nice, this is fun, we'll do this, rather than trying to, like, you know, drive something real hard. Just see where life is heading and just kind of bob along with it and see what's happening and just try and enjoy it as well.
You can work hard while just doing the things that suit you and things that you really enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm very lucky in this situation as far as like I already have a podcast, so it's something I can just sort of keep doing. So I don't have to start anything from scratch necessarily. But like if an idea came up that I really wanted to do from scratch, but I like genuinely wanted to do it not because I felt like I had to do it, then great. But like that's someone who's lucky enough to like be like, oh, but I already feel like I'm having these things fulfilled at the moment. Like I just think the pressure that people put on each other is just insane. Like, I know what you mean about people posting about, like, this is what I'm doing today and this is all of this. But, like, they're posting for a reason that isn't to make you feel ashamed. It's just that that's what you got from it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the same way as, like, before self-isolation, when a comic would be like, oh, I got to do this gig tonight and I really, really loved it. People would be like, oh, they're bragging. And it's like, no, I think they just genuinely want to celebrate it.
Maybe, but sometimes, like... No, I think you're right. It's the way I interpret it a lot of the time, or it's the way the individual interprets it. Like when you have a feeling, it's inside yourself, so it's your feeling. It's not them kind of giving it to you in some ways. Yeah. No.
Yeah. But that being said, like I know that, and I know that in my heart. But every now and again, I'll see something, and I'll be like, "That's fucking bullshit! You're fucking kidding me! That person? That's insane!" Like I have a theory that like most comics have googled the age of another comic when they got their big break, just to check they're on a good timeline. Like it works that way at all. But like we all do it. But everyone in the arts does that. It's just sort of like not making it so debilitating and like checking in with people that much. Like just go have a wank.
Yeah, just get that stress out of you some other way.
Yeah, but like I mean, and also like a wank. People are like, oh yeah, but I can do that in like 5 minutes. Like, but do a good one. You know, get the cramp on your knees. Like, really focus.
Light some candles. You know, get your.
Oh, have you ever lit candles for a wank?
Get your workout porn on. You know, just make it nice. Really, really tie the whole thing in.
You deserve that. I want you to treat yourself.
The ultimate thing. When you're saying about people putting stuff up online and what I kind of take from myself for that, I do know people who are super creative, and there's not a thought in the world of making someone else, oh, look what I'm doing and you're not doing this. There's not that at all. They just have ideas. Like, do you know how like some people are really smart and they just have ideas for work, or they could be engineers, they could be whatever, or inventors. There's like comics who are just coming up with funny stuff, and it's so funny to them. They just need to write it down. They need to get it out. They need to, oh, this is so good. I need to tell people what it is like. But there's loads of those people. I'm like 10% that type of people. I've about 5 of those ideas a day, and I usually at the moment I just tell them to Morgan, and that like gets me going. Yeah, he loves it.
Are you okay, babe?
I'm managing.
He's that sound too convincing, trying to be funny, Morgan. All right, try and lighten up. I'm trying to keep the good show going here,
Awesome, that was so funny. Don't let him bring you down. Just be jealous of your good natural timing. That's all it is.
Yeah, I need to, when this is all over, you need to sit down and watch a movie with me and Morgan. What's your favourite movie? He'll tell you all about the angles and how long everything took to produce in it. It'd really ruin it for you. It's like watching comedy with a comic.
Oh, God. I mean, my favourite movie is Legally Blonde or the Babe Pig in the City, Babe 2.
Oh, yeah. So, I know the first Babe. I haven't seen the sequel. Is it good? Does it live up to the hype?
Good.
Yeah.
And exceeds. Yeah. It's amazing. But like, as far as like watching films at the moment, I'm trying to do that thing that everyone's doing, which is like, I'm going to watch things that I've never seen before, and all you want is comfort. And then I really wanted to be comforted the other day, so I went on Disney Plus and I watched Jack. Do you remember Jack, the Robin Williams film?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like everyone has right. It's like, oh yeah, and it was such a good, sweet, like life-affirming, like just gorgeous film, and like so good. Mm-hmm. And then Bill Cosby's like a lead in it. And I'm like, I need it. It's so annoying.
Should that film be shelved now because he's in it, or can we just like ignore him and still?
No, because Robin Williams is so good in it.
He's so good in it. He's so good that he cancels out how bad Bill Cosby is.
That's how good he is. That's how bright his light shines.
Yeah, he was a total legend. He was really, really nice. We've hit 9 o'clock already, and I'm going to watch a movie at 9:30, so I want to debrief Morgan and wrap up here as well. Yeah. Any recommendations for a movie? I really want to watch Jack now. That'll be kind of funny. See what it's like.
Do it, but like not because of the Bill Cosby thing. Do it because it's just magical.
Just do it because I want to watch it. It'd be nice. I'll be waiting.
But no, it is a bit sad.
I'll be waiting for him to turn up. It'd be really good. Sound, thanks a million, Helen. You're really sound for talking to me and putting up with me.
You're sound for having me. I had a lovely time. Have fun with Sunil tomorrow.
Yeah, I will do. Tell him I say hi and send on some dirt on him, and I'll have it ready.
I will. Bye, guys.
Take it easy. See you.
Bye, Morgan. Thank you.
Bye, Helen.
That was. It's always an intense experience speaking to Helen, even when she's about 2 miles away. No, thanks a million for watching, everyone. There's been a few people in the comments and stuff as well. Thanks for chatting. I think that kind of helps to kind of boost up a little bit in the YouTube ratings, or get people to watch it, would be nice. And the whole reason we're doing this is kind of to help keep Angel in the ether somewhat, to keep people around and give people like Helen or Sunil, who's on tomorrow. They're our regular acts. They come down and open close our shows like all the time, and it's nice to see them. It's nice for me to chat to them as well, because if I wasn't, I might see Helen for months, but when we're out gigging, it's very like that when we talk anyway, so it reminded me of a lot of gigs we had. I'm going back tomorrow evening with Sunil Patel. You can pre-watch some of his stuff online. He was in a couple of adverts and stuff as well. Pretty fancy stuff. But you can look up some of his stuff. If you have any questions, I'll be on the comments from about 10 to 8, so you can stick them in, and we'll be chatting then. But thanks a million for coming down. Thanks a million for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks very much, and good night.